I want to briefly touch on the Pittsburgh Steelers and specifically Kenny Pickett. Is Kenny Pickett legitimate? One thing I will say is the Pittsburgh Steelers will find out very, very quickly if Kenny Pickett can sink or swim as an NFL starting quarterback. Kenny Pickett is the successor to Hall of Fame quarterback Ben Roethlisberger. And Ben Roethlisberger provided a lot of great stability for Pittsburgh, won them multiple Super Bowls, and Kenny Pickett is the next guy up. First round pick. This is another year where Kenny Pickett needs to take a massive leap. The Pittsburgh Steelers will find out very, very quickly if he's the guy, because this is a guy in Kenny Pickett that started 52 games in college at Pittsburgh. Really the backyard of the Pittsburgh Steelers. He literally played college football in Pittsburgh, and now he's playing for the Pittsburgh Steelers. When you've started over 40 games in college, I expect you to be well seasoned. I expect you to be prepared. I expect you to come in and start, kicking butt. You look at Justin Herbert. Justin Herbert, one of the reasons why he has done so well in the NFL, I believe, is because he started a crap ton of games at Oregon, got a lot of experience in college. You look at a guy like Trey Lance. I'm not here to advocate for Trey Lance. I'm not here to bash Trey Lance. All I'm saying is Trey Lance struggled to show that he could be the franchise quarterback in a 49ers uniform in the limited opportunities he got. One of the reasons why I believe that's the case is because of lack of experience. I mean, the guy barely started any games in college. What did he start? Like 13, 14 games in college? Experience is everything, people. There's a reason why you go to medical school for so many years. You need real life experience. You need reps. And Kenny Pickett has had a ton of reps in college, okay? Not to mention the weapons for the Pittsburgh Steelers, they are top 10 in the NFL. You look at George Pickens, Deontay Johnson. These guys can play. Pat Freiermuth at tight end. He can play. Najee Harris, first round pick out of Alabama. He should be a guy that could have a really good Pro Bowl type season if things go right. The offensive line is a little bit improved. The defense is loaded. You're being coached by Mike Tomlin, who's never been a part of a losing season. There are virtually no excuses for Kenny Pickett to not do well. There's zero excuses, because you look at a guy like Justin Fields, who ended up landing with the Chicago Bears. You look at that situation and you say, man, oh man, does that young man have some dysfunction to overcome? Because the Chicago Bears, historically, an up and down franchise. But you look at the Pittsburgh Steelers, this is a stable, well-run organization that has not had a top 5 pick in the NFL draft since the Terry Bradshaw days, people. The Pittsburgh Steelers are well run from top to bottom. They've given this guy star wide receivers. They've given Kenny Pickett a great defense, great coaching. You look at Kenny Pickett in the situation that he landed in with the Pittsburgh Steelers, and you say, boy, oh boy, does this kid have a great opportunity to have a great NFL career, because he landed in a great stable situation with support. And listen, folks, people just can't overcome bad management. I mean, we've seen it from time and time again. Even Dan Marino, couldn't overcome bad defenses in Miami for so many years. Same thing with Drew Brees in New Orleans at times, even though he did win a Super Bowl. And those guys are 2 top 10 quarterbacks of all time. But when you didn't put a great defense around them, when you didn't put the great parts around them, they couldn't overcome it. And these are 2 of the best passers the NFL has ever seen. So for Kenny Pickett, the time is now. It's either sink or swim, and the Pittsburgh Steelers will find out very, very quickly if Kenny Pickett is that guy in Pittsburgh.